Hi, my name's Chris Stam, the General Sales Manager here at Brantford Toyota. And today we're going to be talking about hybrid systems, or rather the differences between hybrid systems. So beside me, we got a 2024 Sienna hybrid. Now mind you, all the Siennas are hybrids right now, but behind me, that's also a hybrid. Now they're hybrids for two very different reasons, and that's today's discussion, the two different types of hybrids in Toyota vehicles. So we've got the hood open on the Sienna, and we've had hybrids in Toyota. I mean, quite honestly, we sort of invented the hybrid back in the late 90s with the Prius. And things are way more efficient now, more powerful than they ever used to be, but it's essentially the same sort of setup, meaning we got a gas engine. In this case, it's a 2.5 liter four-cylinder, very similar engine to what we have in a gas RAV4. Right next to it, we have electric motors, inverters, converters, all that good stuff. You'll notice the orange wire means high voltage, do not touch that. But the point of this vehicle is efficiency. It moves it along quite well. There's a fair amount of torque because it has electric motors. And the transmission is what we call a CVT, or continuously variable. Again, just like the Prius did all those years ago. It's a lot more driver friendly. I like hybrids because there's an incredible amount of torque, but if you drive it accordingly, you'll get good fuel economy. So sort of moving along the car, we got our gas engine with their electric motor. This being an all-wheel drive, there's actually a separate electric motor in the back wheels. So very efficient, great fuel economy. Your range is incredible on the van because it's got a good sized tank. I'm actually driving one of these as a demo right now. But the whole point of this vehicle is about fuel efficiency and not necessarily making 0 to 60 times. So now we've moved over to the Tundra. So Tundra got introduced in this generation in 2022. So this truck, beautiful truck, happen to own one myself. It came out with a 3.4 liter, they call it a 3.5. Realistically, it's a 3.4 liter twin turbo engine. But it's a truck, so you got the engine in the front, you got a 10-speed transmission with actual gears driving the rear wheels. But what we got in front of us now, this is the hybrid version. You don't see the word hybrid on this truck anywhere. You see iForce Max. And the reason you don't see the word hybrid is this truck isn't about fuel economy as much as it is about power. And the torque rating on this is almost 600 pound-feet. It's really nice. But as soon as people hear the word hybrid, they're assuming it's all about the fuel economy, maybe it's a little slower. The way Toyota looks at it is, okay, how do we take a truck that's great? How do we add more power without suffering any fuel economy? And why don't we put a big electric motor and a battery in the back and see what that does? So this truck, again, very similar to the gas model, but in between the transmission and the engine is this big electric motor. And it all works seamlessly together. So shorten up the drive shaft, of course, a little bit by doing that. But the only difference under the hood, again, like the Sienna, got some orange wires, high voltage, don't touch it. The battery, it's a nickel metal hydride battery. It's located under the back seat of the vehicle. So in a gas model, we flip up the seats, we have storage. This truck, unfortunately, we don't have the storage anymore. But this is more about power. And maybe we can go for a little drive to sort of demonstrate that a little bit. But yeah, this isn't about fuel economy. We've had people call up and say, hey, I want to get the Tundra. Can I get the green plates? Which is actually a different hybrid system again. So we have Priuses, which are plug-in. We have RAV4s, which are a plug-in. And those cars, you can get the green plates for the HOV lane. This isn't about fuel economy. This is more about power. Now, that being said, I own one. There is a slight increase in fuel economy. And so all the same positive features you would get on, say, the Sienna for fuel economy, the regenerative braking, you know, you're going down a hill, the gas engine shuts off, it's all purely on electric power. That still happens in this truck. It's just to a lesser degree. So what I found driving different hybrids around, if you're on a perfectly flat level with this truck, You can be in electric mode for a short period of time, say 50, 60 kilometers an hour, it'll do it. As soon as you get a little bit of a hill, it says, no, we need more power, and the gas engine kicks in. Whereas on the Sienna, we have a Corolla Cross over there, hybrid, it's a little more forgiving. You can actually climb a bit of an incline and it'll stay in electric mode. Again, more about fuel economy. Now, what's interesting about this, the Max system, is they've also brought this over to the new Tacoma, which is coming out. The gas version is out now. The hybrid version is coming out shortly. But instead of a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo, it's a 2.4 liter turbo with the electric motor, but the same thing. You got a gas engine, you got electric motor, and you got a transmission all tied into a line there. And the nice thing with that is you're actually getting a better fuel economy rating on that sort of setup, more so than you get with the Tundra. The Crown, for instance, Platinum, the Grand Highlander Platinum, all have that same 2.4 liter hybrid Max setup. So again, the focus is not fuel economy, but there is a gain there, and it's a crazy amount of torque out of that setup. And you do see some fuel economy gains, but if it's all about you want a family hauler that's about fuel economy, you probably want to look at a Sienna or the just a regular hybrid Grand Highlander, that sort of thing. So hopefully that sort of brings to light a little bit the difference between your, say, historical hybrid system that we've had for many, many years and the new Max system that we have. Fuel economy, power. If you like the video, please like and subscribe on the bottom, and we look forward to seeing you again.